Anyway, let's hear what Chuck Schumer has been using the fucking Taco Trump attitude and Taco Trump narratives for. Because if you recall, I talked about this, Taco Trump, maybe we can manipulate Trump and his sensibilities into pushing for a ceasefire in Israel, in Gaza. Well, it turns out that's probably not going to happen. Liberals, on the other hand, are more predisposed with using the Taco Trump narrative for evil because liberals are fucking evil, okay? Holy shit. Let's watch this.
When it comes to negotiating with the terrorist government of Iran, Trump's all over the lot. One day he sounds tough, the next day he's backing off. And now, all of a sudden, we find out that Witkoff and Rubio are negotiating a secret side deal with Iran. What kind of bull is this? They're going to sound tough in public and then have a side deal that lets Iran get away with everything? That's outrageous. We need to make that side deal public. Any side deal should be before Congress and, most importantly, the American people. If Taco Trump is already folding, the American public should know about it. No side deals. When it comes to negotiating...
Nah. This party is over. The party is done. Throw it out. Throw it in the trash. The Democrats are done. They're so done. Oh my fucking God, dude. Oh my God. They're running to the right of Trump on Middle East issues and trying to push a war with Iran. It is fucking insane. Holy fuck. Democratic leadership apparently wants to be the pro-war against Iran party, a position held by a mere 14% of Americans. Dems refused to learn a thing from 2024 when they came across as more interested in overseas wars than fixing the problems at home. A policy and political disaster. Oh my God, I want to die. Oh my God, it's fucking so stupid. Highest ranking Democrat in Congress. Least popular politician in Congress. What the fuck is going on? Military action in an attempt to destroy Iran's nuclear program. 24% of Republicans, 5% of Democrats. A negotiated agreement limiting Iran's nuclear program to peaceful ends with stringent monitoring, which was Barack Obama. Barack Obama. Chuck Schumer is literally now at odds as the least popular Democrat in Congress, the least popular politician in Congress. He is at odds with the most popular politician in America, Barack fucking Obama. Jesus Christ. Here, by the way, this is what Brett McGurk is saying, architect of Biden's Gaza policy, criticizing Trump admin's ongoing diplomacy with Iran and calls for U.S. attacks on Iran. You got to put some teeth on this. Every negotiation has to have a deadline. Trump said 2 months ago, it'll be 2 months. We're at that point.
Barnea, the director of Mossad, someone I know very well, was also in Rome talking to Steve on the sidelines of these talks. I think that's good. End of the day, President Trump has a lot of power here because he's got political force in Washington to do a deal. There's only Bibi has limited maneuvering room with Trump. But you have to get a good deal. And I think to get a good deal on these issues, everyone talks about enrichment. It's not just the enrichment program. It is, since Trump left the JCPOA in 2018, Iran has installed or produced new generations of centrifuges. You have to take care of the centrifuges, the stockpiles of highly enriched uranium. It is a very, very complicated set of issues. It takes weeks and months to negotiate, of constant negotiations. So I'm a little concerned here we're being strung along.
Brett McGurk, by the way, was the one who was urging Israel to bomb Lebanon.
And I think you got to put some teeth on this. Every negotiation has to have a deadline. And Trump said 2 months ago, it'll be 2 months. We're at that point. So we're now at the point where this can just get rope-a-doped. And I just...
Like, American foreign policy is uniparty, but I never actually thought I would see the day where Democrats were actively trying to, at least in communications, outflank Republicans on warmongering and like nuking Iran. I love that this is the only opposition party you're allowed to support. I love being an Iranian American and having no mainstream opposition to the war against my ancestral homeland because otherwise I'm a Trump supporter. Praise be to the Democratic Party, bolting to the right to be even more hawkish when there is even a hint that Iran might be allowed to enrich civilian levels of uranium, which it has a right to do under international treaties and also under a deal negotiated by Obama. What the fuck, man? What the fuck are we doing? Also, here's Taco Trump folding. just in, U.S. extends tariff pause on some Chinese goods to August 31st. Listen up, President Xi, I'm sorry. Speaking of Democratic Party failures, there is a major, big, beautiful bill that is utterly devastating for the working poor. The Democrats have done very little media coverage on this with the limited amount of time remaining in the legislative session. They have countered it very little. As a matter of fact, most of the media coverage surrounding the big, beautiful bill, which is ginormous taxes for the super wealthy, by the way, have come from Republican town halls. Republican town halls where Democrat voters and Republican voters alike are yelling at their politicians. Democrats have not used this media advantage they have to regularly rail against the Republicans for their defense of the super wealthy. On top of that, obviously, the Trump administration is weaponizing the Justice Department and trying to prosecute Democratic congresspersons. This time, a Democratic congresswoman. Hakeem Jeffries repeats the line twice. Let's take a look at how Hakeem Jeffries is talking about Trump using the Department of Justice to prosecute Democratic congresspersons.
Congressman Jerry Nadler said that DHS agents entered his congressional office on Wednesday without a warrant and handcuffed a member of his staff. This, of course, comes after the Trump Justice Department charged Democratic Congresswoman LaMonica MacIver with obstructing ICE agents after an altercation at a facility in Newark, New Jersey. Now, I know you previously warned that the administration charging members of Congress was a, quote, red line. What are you doing now that the red line you talked about has apparently been crossed?
Well, let me make clear that the House is a separate and co-equal branch of government, the Congress. We don't work for Donald Trump. We don't work for the administration. We don't work for Elon Musk. We work for the American people. And we have a responsibility to serve as a check and balance on an out-of-control executive branch. That's the constitutional blueprint that was given to us by the framers of the United States democracy that we have inherited over the last few centuries. And so we're going to continue to undertake our congressional responsibility, notwithstanding efforts.
Dude, what the fuck? He hit him with the Merriam-Webster's dictionary definition of Congress is an act or action of coming together and meeting, or a formal meeting of delegates for discussion and usually action on some question, or the supreme legislative body of a nation and especially of a republic. As you know, Dana, America is a republic, a constitutional republic. What the fuck is this response? Dana Fash is like, hey, remember when you said you had a red line, which was if Donald Trump comes after Democratic congresspersons with the DOJ, what will you do now that that red line is crossed? He's like, well, the color red. Let's talk about colors, Dana. A dog cannot see colors. You will never be able to teach a dog what the color red looks like. As you know. What the fuck? He's trying to filibuster the CNN interview. Yeah. He's like, how come we don't get the filibuster in the House of Representatives? I can only do it on CNN.
Trump administration to try to intimidate Democrats. It's unfortunate that our Republican colleagues continue to be nothing more than rubber stamps for Trump's reckless and extreme agenda. And the American people, I think, will ultimately reject that next year when we will take back.
Dog, you're not making it to next year. There is no midterms, okay? He is going to arrest every single one of your colleagues, okay? God damn, you are so stupid. Oh my God. Oh, well, the Americans are going to reject this by voting against the Republican Party. It's like, bitch, there's not going to be a fucking election, dude. What then? What now? What now when there's no midterms? Who are they going to vote for when half of the fucking opposition party is jailed? What do you mean? What do you mean by this? These guys have to read German liberalism in the buildup to Adolf Hitler being appointed chancellor. Like this is just playing that. Maybe they read it and they're playing that role, I guess.
At control of the House of Representatives.
Yeah, they read it and they took the wrong lessons from it. They were like, oh, the liberals were great here.
In the meantime, in terms of how we will respond to what Trump and the administration has endeavored to do, we will make that decision in a time, place, and manner of our choosing, but the response will be continuous and it will meet the...
Dude, oh my God. Hakeem Jeffries doesn't get talked about enough. He is so fucking bad. Oh my God. Oh my fucking Lord. What a bot, dude. He is a straightforward NPC.